First of all, thank you for that great punk rock show. Did you enjoy it as well as we did?
Yeah, it was interesting to know when all the power went off and the lights went down. I don't know what was going on there. A little bit untogether.
We call it the curse of the damned. Something always goes wrong, but it's always interesting. You never know what's going to happen next.
Okay, it's quite some time since you were in Germany. Why was that? Any traumatic experiences here?
I used to have a German girlfriend, and she taught me all the dirty words: Blord, Dorf, Scheisse, Wichser, Drecksau. So yeah, I had to avoid my old girlfriend. But now I think she's married again, so we're okay.
You, Monty and Dave?
No, not me. No, we just haven't been back for a long time, that's all.
What did you do in the meantime?
Well, we've been working in America a lot more, so we seem to be spending all our time over on the West Coast. Because we were signed for a record company out there for a while.
We signed to a label owned by the guitarist of a band called, what were they called?
Dorfscheiss?
No, it wasn't Green Day, it's the other lot, I can't remember what they were called.
Offspring,
band.
Dexter.
Offspring, that's right.
Dexter.
The guy from Offspring signed us to his label.
Very nice chap.
I think he signed us because he stole some of our riffs over the years, and it was his way of saying sorry.
Instead of Germany, you toured quite a lot through England. I always heard that there wasn't much of a scene left, and it was very difficult to play there. Is it only a rumor? Is The Damned an exceptional band that doesn't have to deal with that kind of problem in England?
No, we play there a lot, and we have big crowds. It's just that nobody writes about us playing. So it's strange, you know, we go and do these shows, and the shows are pretty much sold out. Crowds are going crazy, and it's a mixture. The audience is young kids and old. You know, people have been around since '76, new faces that wander in. But we're not, you know, we've been around a long time, so we don't get in the music press. And of course we haven't had an album out for a little while either. But Britain's weird, it's a fickle place, you know, always has been.
What does punk, if you care about it at all, mean to you in 2007? Still something like a movement, if it ever was, or just a personal attitude and way of life?
But that's a really good question. What does punk mean? I think punk means a different thing to whoever you ask the question to.
Yeah.
But for me, I certainly I believe it's a lifestyle, and I think it's an attitude, and I think it's a whole philosophy. It means, it really means like throwing away the rule book and in reinventing everything. Not taking anything that anybody says as truth. You have to make your own mind up. It's all about thinking fresh and throwing away the rubbish, especially the rubbish from politicians like Bush and Blair, you know. Yeah, we need punk rock to fight globalism and you know, environmental disaster and stuff like that. I really believe punk rock is an intelligent, forward-thinking movement, you know, with a lot to say. It's very important.
Can you now make a living with The Damned, or do you still have to do other jobs?
No, we make it a living.
I can't do anything else. I used to be a toilet cleaner, now I'm a punk rock guitar player, you know. It's quite a similar job, really.
Dave, I saw that you provide the score for a movie called The Perfect Sleep.
Yeah, I haven't done it yet. I've been working on it at the end of the year. So it's just happening now.
Can you tell us something about it, about the movie, and how do you get to it?
Well, basically, he got in touch with us through I think it was through the internet, through the website, and I thought it would be a kind of a low budget, you know, kind of movie. But it turns out the guy is, you know, he's worked for years in the movie business as a sourcing the places where they shoot and stuff, and this is his first job as a director. But the films, he pitched it to me, he said it's film noir crossed with Dostoevsky, and it was like, well, this is a bit heavy going. It's an interesting film. I think he's going to do really well with it. And it's together, but we haven't put the score together for it yet. We'll be doing it a bit later. But David Lynch saw it recently on a plane over at Cannes, and told him it was the weirdest film he'd ever seen. So,
Well, that's an endorsement.
yeah, that's what I said. You've got to use it. You know, it's the weirdest fucking film I've ever seen.
Okay, Captain, you're now, I heard, an active politician as well. Can you tell us something about your new project, the Blah Party?
The Blah Party is an anti-politician party, really. Honestly, if there was choice in politics in Britain today, I would just be a guitar player. But unfortunately, there is need for an alternative to what we have in the political spectrum. We have Labour and Tory, and the Liberals are all the same. They were all into Iraq War. They're all into kissing Bush's bum, and I've started something. I've started something different, and the funny thing is, and it says a lot about politics, that people trust me as a drunken punk rock guitar player rather than trust the real politicians. Now that says a lot, really. That says that they don't trust politicians at all, because they're liars, frauds, and they don't deserve to be voted for. So that's the Blah Party.
So it's something like a serious project and not something which you only can laugh about?
It's fairly serious, yeah, because I follow politics, I read the newspapers, and it makes me angry. You know, instead of putting a brick through the television screen every time I hear Blair telling lies, I've decided to do something about it. Yeah. But it's blahparty.org anyway, so you can find it on the internet.
Okay, with all these side projects, can we expect a new album of The Damned in the near future?
Me?
It's all your fault, Monty.
Oh God, well, I hope so. I mean, we don't know what. The problem is that everything is so topsy-turvy in the industry at the moment. We don't know what the hell's happening. And we've definitely got enough creativity, enough imagination, and talent and everything in us to do a new album, definitely. But it's just a case of having the opportunity, having the break to do it. And it's difficult to know where or how, when that break would come. Now, that's the way I see it. It's, as you could keep writing, we're all writing stuff, we've got plenty of ideas and everything, but it's just a case of knowing when, how and where it would all come together into one project.
Okay, I got 2 questions left. Dave, when you had the chance to share a coffin with one of the following graveyard queens, who would that be? Lauren Bacall, Vampira, or Virginia Mayo?
Ava Gardner. I met Vampira, she was very nice, Mela. Very interesting lady.
And Captain, you've been getting into the political business, and surely you'll go to hell for this one. From which cunt do you like to be tortured? Margaret Thatcher, Condoleezza Rice, or Barbara Bush?
Tortured by?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, I don't mind a bit of it. I quite like the old clanking chains and the whips, to be quite honest. And occasionally when we play, we get invited to an S&M club after the show. And a bit of the old hanky-spanky with and all that stuff. But I don't know about... Margaret Thatcher scares me, for fuck's sake. The woman, she would probably really enjoy laying into... I mean, no, she hurt a lot of people in Britain, you know, in the north of Britain. She destroyed the industry and stuff like that. I think Angela Merkel is your Margaret Thatcher, and good luck to you, you know. A younger dominatrix maybe with a leather, you know, and that might be fun, Monty. Monty doesn't like pain, do you?
Not really.
But I think...
we must have some pleasure once in a while.
Yeah, I don't mind a bit of that. Hanky spanky.
Okay, thank you very much for the interview.
We're finished. Yes, thank you. Goodbye. Yeah. We've got to go now. We're talking rubbish.